Hey guys, today I would like to show you uh, how to use the Ximmerse AR SDK. Um, so first of all, you need to download our SDK and make sure it's imported in the in your Unity project. And to start a tutorial, I'm just gonna create a new scene here. Let's probably call it tutorial 0, I think. That's a good name. Alright, so and then delete your main camera. Search vision player here and drag it in the scene. Alright, and then we want to make something to represent the beacon. Let's say it's a sphere. Let's make it 0, 0, 0. And then normally this is a good size. Okay, so we have a beacon now. Now let's make something to represent the controller. Same size, and also let's make it 0 as well. And the next thing we are gonna need is a kind of like a game running instance. Let's just call this name. Previously, before I shoot this video, I already made a sample script here, but I'm just gonna make a new script so we can go through everything from scratch. All right. So just to save us some time here, I'm just gonna copy and paste a lot of lines here. Let me see if I can, zoom out. There we go. Yeah, so what I recommend is you can go ahead, pause the video here, and then go ahead, type everything that's on the screen that I selected here. And then I'm just gonna pretend that I just finished typing. That's weird. Yeah, so yeah, I forgot to copy one line here. Alright, so with this done, I'm also gonna go ahead and tell you what is everything doing here. So this obviously is the reference to the scene. SDK, that's the vision player prefab, and the transform of beacon and controller. And to simplify things, I made the start function enumerator, but you can do whatever you want. You can do the handling, do the pairing logic somewhere else before you enter the scene, or it's up to you. But to simplify the sample project here, I'm just gonna make the pairing in the start function. So let me tell you what I'm doing here. So first of all, we want to initialize the SDK. There are a couple parameters here. Normally, I don't do anything with it. I just I just want a dual camera, so I just pass the false in as the first parameter. And these magnetometer stuff, what I recommend is if you are building for LS project, or LS platform, you can go ahead turn this on. But if you are building for Android platform, then I recommend to turn this off, because for some reason some Android phones doesn't have very good magnetometer, so and it really can mess things up. And these are the prediction for the movement. I normally leave it off, but in the in some other project, people have successfully uh, experienced when they turn it on. So I would say, um, experiment with these values and see which one you like. Um, and here I'm creating a controller peripheral. A controller peripheral is a virtual representation of the physical controller. And as you can see here, let me go ahead and turn the email off. Okay. And as you can see here, I pass in a xcobra 0. This is a fixed value, and you can't change it. And this is a controller transform, which is the transform in the scene, which is also this cube. And I don't really care about the other parameters here. Position prediction. You can also do your own position prediction. You just have to inherit from this interface and do your own position handling. The color, default color is blue, so I don't want to change that. Controller use prediction. I'll just go ahead and use true here. But experience with these and see which one you like. Once you create a controller peripheral, you want to go ahead and add it to this connection. This connection manager basically monitors all the device status, and there's a lot of like a helper functions or delegates here. Let me see. Yeah, so you have this delegate here, so you can monitor device status. Again, all the detail usages can be found in this simple 3D project, which comes with the SDK. So you can, if you're interested, you can take a look after this video. Once we have created a virtual representation of the physical controller, we want to start pairing it. It's kind of like feeding this virtual controller with the real data. Like you want to make sure the Bluetooth is established, so the real data can be filled in this virtual controller. So to do that, we need to call start pairing in the tracking class, in the tracking manager, or Ximmerse tracking here. And obviously this is a loop, and it keeps checking if the controller is connected. If it's connected, then we are just gonna go ahead and wait a second. Just make sure everything settles down. Make sure it's really connected, and then we stop pairing. The reason why you have to call this stop pairing is because I think if you don't, on the native side, it will keep scanning new devices, even though it doesn't pair anything, but it will keep scanning from my understanding. So make sure you call this stop pairing function after you find your desired devices. And this function, this line means basically shows you how to get a button down events. This input manager is very similar to Unity input class. And here is an example usage here. If you want to find more example, you can go ahead and check out the sample3d .cs. Alright, so once we have all those done, let me see what's wrong here. Duplicate name. Alright, this time it should be fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and attach this render to this render object. and to make sure we hook up everything here. Sphere is a beacon, and the cube cube is 1 second. I'm not using my mouse here, just the touchpad here, so not super accurate. All right. So now we have that done. We just miss one step here. What you want to do is you want to go ahead and attach a node, a track node class, and make sure you change the node to beacon. I kind of forgot how exactly this works, so I'm just going to go ahead with my previous sample here. So beacon, yeah, I'm right. So you have to attach the beacon here, and then make sure the beacon is added to this track node. So go ahead back to our sample scene. See, in our case, this is 0. We are gonna go ahead attach this here. Alright, so at this point, if you go ahead build a game, let me double check if I missed anything. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. So at this point, if you go ahead build a game, you can see that you will be able to see that the cube always follow your real controller, the physical controller, on your screen, and they should align. And you should also see the beacon, the physical beacon and the virtual beacon should also align. Yeah, so this is a very short example just to show you how to build or how to use the SDK from scratch. Leave a comment if you have any question. I'll do my best to answer all those questions. Thank you.